Guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there and a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. That's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down, Mason, quick slant, caught by Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
To Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
On the carry.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, well, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Winston throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Winston looking deep for it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 45 yards. Jameis now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Again, it's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
in so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 1st and 10, Mason. And he finds Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Mason. They set up the screen to Penny. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, Mason. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Moore, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, he might be able to get the win and the 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. That's probably the right idea and the right attitude. So, game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
We dominate.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On third down, Winston. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
Looking to throw on second down. Mason got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down. Mason looking for the out route, and he's got more.
Mason's pass.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll roll him out right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Rosas lining up.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw on 2nd down. Mason sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Samuel, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
People might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So out come the Falcons now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll see, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Winston. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 34.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On first down, Mason. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mason. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins.
Mason.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Mason. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
31. Falcons.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Got to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Play action now, Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw again, Winston. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Panthers 31.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mason. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 23 yards on the play. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Touchdown. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just like the way we can even describe it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Winston. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The first down throw for Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again with Winston. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Winston's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jameis again. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Randy Bullock.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 1st and 10, Mason, completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First down, Carolina.
Now, they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down. Mason over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A 7-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Mason eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone, take the points and keep moving.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
And now back out comes the offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14.
From the red zone now, Winston. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pass intended for Julio Jones, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now Winston on 4th down. And this is incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42.
Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll run with Penny. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.